The Nigeria Governors Forum has been accused of unfair dealings with consultants who worked on the London and Paris club debts. That's coming from head of one of the consultancy firms, Senator Ned Nwoko, who made the allegation while addressing journalists in Abuja. Tai Amodu reports.
The Paris and London club debt refunds have been a controversial issue and has been subject of litigation through the years. On the one hand, governors of the Nigerian states under the umbrella of the Nigeria Governors Forum kicked against deductions made from the Federation account to pay the fees of 4 contractors allegedly owed for their services on facilitating the release of the funds. On the other hand, the contractors have insisted that it is their right to be paid for services rendered and say they have secured judgments to that effect. Recently, the governors, in a letter to the federal government through the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, had argued that an attempt to restart the deduction process of $418 million, which is being challenged in the courts and for which the Supreme Court has made a pronouncement, would be unconstitutional. But the head of one of the consultancy firms, Prince Ned Nwoko, is insisting that the money being owed his firm, Liners International Limited, is $68 million and not $418 million, as being bandied publicly by the leadership of the NGF.
I'm just speaking about Ned Nwoko and Liners. I'm not holding brief for any other person. The outstanding fees owed my firm with regards to last work done, which means that the work before for the state is approximately $68 million and not 418 to be conveyed by Fayemi & Co. Our original claims, calculated based on agreed terms, was well in excess of $300 million. We offered huge discounts on the entitlement to accept this sum of $68 million.
In a no-holds-barred session with journalists, Prince Nwoko alleges that when he submitted a bill of $350 million as the consultancy fee for the work on the London and Paris club debt refunds, the former chairman of the NGF had demanded to be paid 50% of it before it could be honored.
Whilst we're laboring to secure the refunds for the benefit of state and local governments, Governor Yari developed a parallel scheme to misappropriate the consultancy fees. As recent as 2016, NGF, in a letter to the General of the Federation dated 22nd of June 2016, claimed it had just appointed a consultant.
He said the former chairman of the firm had explained to him that the money was needed to prosecute elections in Bauchi, Ekiti, and Ondo states. According to him, it was the Ministry of Justice that intervened before the governors eventually received the sum of $100 million. Prince Nwoko also faulted the NGF for saying there is a Supreme Court judgment against Linus or Ned Nwoko and described as false arguments that the NGF did not act or represent the state governors over the current round of refunds on the Paris club. But Prince Nwoko may be in for a long legal battle. The governors insist that the purport and essence of the definitive pronouncement by the Supreme Court is that none of the contractors recommended for payment of the sum of $418 million by the AGF and finance ministers can be so paid because the contracts and payments relied upon were not processed as prescribed by the Constitution and the law. Tai Amodu, TVC News, Abuja.
To other matters now. The Olu of Warri, Ogiame Atuwatse III, says the time has come to collectively develop ITSEKIRI communities, and he urged everyone to be part of this vision to create a developmental plan and foster growth. The monarch said this during the first anniversary Thanksgiving of his coronation in Warri. Ikenna Amechi reports.
The Thanksgiving church service at the palace of the Olu of Warri has all the trappings of royalty as dignitaries from all walks of life, including the Deputy President of the Senate, OMO-AGEGE, Delta State Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, and former Governor James Ibori, and many others were in attendance. The sermon, delivered by a former president of the Christian Association of Nigeria, emphasized the importance of thanksgiving and value reorientation.
You have no real access to God without thanksgiving. Thanksgiving opens the gate. If you are not grateful, you may become a great fool.
Later, encomiums were poured on the king as he celebrates 1 year on the throne.
He's added big-time value to the peace, prosperity, and development, not just of his kingdom, but the entire state and the country at large. We are very, very happy and excited in a way and manner.
If anybody's paying attention, this young man has really reinvigorated not just his people, but the entire country.
Ogiame, Atuwatse III, has epitomized royalty in this ancient kingdom of Warri. There is no other way that the Shekiris would have it better than what we have.
After the church service, there was a colorful reception where the king grabbed the opportunity to speak directly to his people and ask for their cooperation.
We will be coming up with a plan that is kingdom-focused, one that has the collective development of our kingdom at the forefront. The resources may be limited, but we will be strategic and efficient in our planning and our approach. And so I invite everyone to bring their ideas as we create this developmental plan, so we can give fair consideration to the best contributions.
For the monarch, the past 12 months has been gestation period. It is time to do the real work of development, and everyone is invited to the table. Ikenna Amechi, CVC News, Warri.